And welcome back to the, well, Engage A YouTube channel, but it's also the Engage A podcast. You know how it be. We're going to be doing our prospect breakdowns of the quarterbacks still. We got Will Levis up on the plate today, senior from Kentucky, 6'3", 232, Madison, Connecticut. What's his birthplace? 2022 season stats. Let's actually pull up his stats in his career. So for I believe it was the first 2 years of his career, he played at Penn State, played behind Sean Clifford, got reps in game when, especially in the COVID year, I remember watching him live at Penn State, especially when they played Michigan State and other teams, because Penn State was actually really disappointing in that season. But I mean, first year really didn't do too much. I would like to take, I think a 2021 is his best season statistically and the best season that he's probably put on film too. We're going to be taking a look at the game from LSU in 2021, the game against Georgia in 2021, and then this year's game against Kentucky in 2022. We'll also go over his game log and everything as well. I got these ideas of looking at his stats, looking at his game log, and I've been looking at some of the film from the games. I like picking 3 games. I like the most comparable to the NFL, to an NFL defense, or most talent they've faced. I like looking at one of their best games or a good win, and then I like looking at their worst game and see what goes wrong with them and what the downside could be. Will Levis, I believe, was hurt more this year and stuff, so I feel like that's why his production wasn't as efficient as the previous season, but still regardless. So in his junior year at Kentucky, 2021 season, goes 233 for 353, 66 completion percentage, 2,826 yards, 8 yards per attempt, 24 touchdowns, 13 interceptions with a 148 rating. I mean, you could say the rating's higher, but if you look at his game log, his stats are inflated by out-of-conference opponents. And then in the 2022, 185 for 283, 65 completion percentage, 2,406 yards, 8.5 per attempt, 19 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and 151 rating. You could also say that the offensive line for Kentucky, they were not as good of a football team as they were the previous year as well. So you could say that as well. Running the ball, he was more productive in his junior year, 3.5 yards a carry for 9 touchdowns on 100 touches, 376 yards. Apparently had a reception his junior year. If we look at the game log from the 2022 season, things that stick out, obviously you see the good game against Miami, Ohio. Florida plays okay, does decent against Youngstown State, does good against Northern Illinois, plays a pretty good game against Ole Miss too. Mississippi State doesn't put up bad numbers. Game against Tennessee, that's the one we're going to look at, was probably his worst game all year. Didn't do too bad against Missouri. Not good against Vanderbilt. Not good against okay against Georgia, and then okay against Louisville. It's not like he's put up these insanely bad numbers where it's why the hell is he going to be a top quarterback? It's just not like the CJ Stroud numbers, the Bryce Young numbers, top quarterback numbers. I mean, if you look at the next rep, Caleb Williams, even Quinn Ewers has put up good numbers too in games last year, he's probably going to be a 2024 prospect. I mean, we look at his junior year, which this team was a lot better. Game against UL Monroe does pretty good. Game against Missouri, not too bad, almost 10 yards per attempt. Game against Chattanooga, okay. Game against Carolina, not too good. Game against Florida, not too good in production. We're going to look at the LSU game. And also, I feel the run offense was probably way more productive with Chris Rodriguez, and I think they've had another running back as well, because that offensive line was a lot better than this year's. So, I mean, they were also able to do more. And they had a different play caller too, from his junior to his senior year. And I think with Evan Leary now going into Kentucky, they have different play call. They have a different play caller as well. So it's all interesting. Game against Georgia, played pretty well. That's the game we're gonna look at. Pretty solid completion percentage. Not too great on yards per attempt, but we'll take a look at that. Then game against Mississippi State, not too bad. Game against Tennessee in 2021, which I was trying to find film for that on YouTube. That was a game I was going to use instead of the LSU game, but still, regardless, pretty good game in that. Had a good game against Vandy. New Mexico State, he was able to put up numbers on, and then Louisville, not too bad. He had 4 rushing touchdowns, which is pretty good. So we're going to take a look. We're going to start off with the Georgia game. And yeah, let's see what he puts on tape. Let me start from the beginning here. So Yeah, shout out to. We shout out all these places. Shout out Debbie to Dynasty Football. Probably does some sort of NCAA stuff. So QB sneak, empty, hits his 5-yard hitch, and they get a first down off of it. Pretty good. I know this game. I watched this game live back when it happened. I was looking at what's his name? I think his name's Zach Pass. No. What's the defensive end that the Lions drafted? When I was watching his film. I think it's Zach Pascal. I was looking at a bunch of Kentucky film. Let's go back to that slant. I mean, that's not a bad. You gotta also remember this Georgia defense was crazy. Hits his check down right here. Chris Rodriguez gets about like 3 yards. It's probably gonna be the hardest team he's faced. Took off and run here. Got absolutely killed. Drops back. Steps up. He knows when to take off. If he's fully healthy, muff snap here, still recovers. 'Cause he's got that dog in him. See, a little RPO read. And, let's look at that back. Quality. That hit the receiver right in the hands. He should have caught that. He would have gotten smoked, though. It's just a little 1 yard out. Gets a couple of yards. I think this game's also, like, if you look at him, he's getting the ball within, like, rid of the ball within, like, 2 or 3 seconds. Ooh, he takes a hit there. Fumbles it. That's not too good. Watch that. Jalen. Is that? Yeah, that's Jalen Carter. I mean, there's nothing too much. Can't see that too well. Play action. Little design screen pass. Another design screen pass. Little trick play. Little screen flip. Double running backs. Play action. It's a little fading and just got rid of it. See what he does here. Drops back. Finds the screen. Man, they did this so much. A wide open pass. Receiver barely caught it. So much fading away screen passes. God damn. Steps up. Gets absolutely eaten alive. Man, that's a pretty good Jalen Carter film. God. This Georgia defense was so good. Just keep putting it on the film. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good throw. I think that's his first, like, there's one curl route that he threw, but that's a pretty good throw on 3rd and 7 to get it to, I think that's Epps, and he was able to hold on. Caught it with the, did he? I think he was down, though. That's still a little high. He had to go up and get it a little bit. Didn't hit him perfectly. Yeah, I mean, he just doesn't have also times to make reads. But hey, that's gonna happen in the NFL sometimes. You're not gonna be able to let plays develop too much. That is a pretty good throw. Let's watch that back. Puts it in the middle of 3 guys. That's pretty good. I mean, George is probably running a more conservative coverage. Not a bad curl route throw. To his receiver. See this? Drop back. Overthrown. Another design screen pass. Woo. God. Be perfect if he plays with Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel. 49ers draft him. That's a pretty good throw. Let's watch that back one more time. I can't really. Just a little low. Yeah. That's a tough catch to make. He tried to put it in a spot where he could have made a play on it, but. The millionth design screen. God damn. Another screen pass. Holy shit, I will be watching Anthony Richardson again. Sorry, I don't mean to sound like this, but I know it's my fault for also putting it on. I wanted to show how comparable. That's a pretty good throw. I know Georgia's obviously, it's not like there's a bunch of NFL guys on this team though, is like what I'm trying to say. Like they're the most loaded talent. Good step up. You just gotta take those sometimes. It's nearing towards the end of the game. It doesn't matter, but see him take off a little bit. All right, let's watch his LSU film. Little toss pass. Pretty good blocking on the outside. Get him 8 yards. It's a pretty good job by Kentucky. Let's see. Drops back. finds his intermediate route. And that's a pretty good throw right there, and got some extra yards after the catch too. I know this LSU team was as good as the 2022 team, but this team was still competitive last year, at the beginning of the year at least. And there's a lot of guys that transferred out though. Eli Ricks is on this team too. I don't know if he played or not, but that's Laurie. Guy's a beast. Pretty good throw. Really nice design play too, but hey, that's what offensive coordinators are for. Chris Rodriguez is a solid running back. I love him. I mean, that's pretty good. I just got it out quick. That was a nice release. That's a pretty good play right there. He sells that fake super well. That's a really good job by the offensive lineman coming across and then also picking up that guy as well. Catch by the tight end. Let's see. Play action. Good throw. See highlights? Okay, so we're not going to see any of the lowlights from this game, but we're just going to see his highlights. I mean, that's a pretty good throw. Which, I mean, yeah, this is what we want. This is like stuff you want to see, too. You want to see what he can be. Yep. Pulls it. Able to take off. When he's not hurt, I mean, he's got a quick first step. He's going to be able to beat defensive linemen. I don't know if he'll be an NFL defensive lineman, but pretty good throw. Able to throw it outside the numbers. Hey! Freaking tank, dude. Nah, bro. This kid's nice. He's nice with it for sure. Yeah, whatever. QB snake, yeah. Then, I mean, he's able to show what he's doing after the run for sure. What is this play? Another toss pass. I'll show what he does on the run a little bit. Yeah. I mean, he could be a great dual threat quarterback, too. Little fake toss play again. Makes a pretty good throw across the field. All right, we've seen enough from this game. Let's see what the low lights look like. Because this is why personally I have them ranked as my we'll get into my quarterback rankings after we do the 4 top guys, and then I'm gonna highlight some guys, and then we're gonna look at a prospect rankings list in the last part of this. Okay, yeah, I already showed you guys the game log, but if you want a visual on it again, here is the so there's the stats on the bottom from this game. And makes a terrible behind throw. Man, they do a really good. Whoever put this, I'm gonna look at these guys after and see how they do this. Cause wow, man, they're doing a full. Yeah, that is awful. Terrible throw again. Just like Anthony Richardson, man, this guy tries to be too much of a gunslinger at times and forgets all fundamentals. I think he's more ready to play in the NFL than probably Anthony Richardson. He's got a little bit better poise and has way more pocket. I feel like his pocket movement's a lot better. Anthony Richardson likes to get outside too much. And I mean, Will Levis can get outside and make those throws too. It's not like quarterbacks can in the NFL, but Anthony Richardson has a tendency of trying to do a little bit too much. I think Will Levis is a little bit better, and he's able to work in an offense better than in terms of play calling and stuff. There's a pretty good throw right there. Nice little touch pass. Let's watch that again. So that's more of a pro style formation too. Yeah, I mean, he just lobbed that over. DB had no chance of making a play on that. That's also pretty good separation by the receiver. He's trying to make a guy miss and ends up taking a sack. So, yeah. I mean, knew he couldn't beat that guy outside, and he had to try to come back in and just, yeah. I mean, they do a pretty good job of recognizing 85. So he has to obviously go back in and gets eaten alive by the man in the middle. Yo. He recognizes that the play is dead. Tries to make the throw. Oh, that is the receiver right there. I mean, not the greatest throw, but yeah. I mean, that's not the greatest throw. Still give this. That's a pretty good job by the receiver, honestly, to adjust. Yeah, that's underthrown. He had to come back to it. Receiver dropped it still, regardless. But yeah, if you're a quarterback, gotta hope. A little swing. He does a lot of short throws, but I mean that's what they do in the NFL too. It's not all deep throws. So just a little swing pass. Pretty decent block by that 8. Maybe held a little bit, but all right. Motion, play action, hits another check down. Yeah. One thing I will say about Will Levis is I feel like Will Levis also wasn't the most confident this season either, but yeah, I mean he really just like made it. Did not really want to take chances against good teams because I mean you look at this Tennessee team. He's not really. He's taken like 2 chances, throws downfield outside the numbers for sure. QB sneak. Oh, let's watch that back. That is a hospital pass. I mean, he hit him in the right spot, but like I'm not gonna say that's Will Levis's fault completely. He threw it in a good spot. That's just a fucking insane hit by number 0. Oh, yeah, that is, I mean, you could have hit, yeah, you should have hit 80 on that. 80 had the separation, I think it was a stick. Yeah, that's a stick concept, so it just didn't work out very well. Screen pass, okay, well, we know that he can make those. That's what he's put on film. He can make screen passes. Obviously, there's different games that we could go watch, too. Like, we could go find something if you want, something else, too. Yeah, I think we should find a different game because this is just not. So this is what I searched up to begin with, and this is how I found everything. Could watch the whole game here and figure it out. Let's watch this game versus Florida this year. So Will Levis. All right. Out motion and yep. All right, you got swallowed alive. Oh boy, this game was so hype. I remember watching this game live, and this game was so hype. And these teams ended up both being like 6-6 in mid. That's crazy. All right, a little bit of 5 wide. Screen pass. All right, we know we can do that. We know he can do that. It's not what we're here to see. Double play action, little throw, a little bit high, but the receiver's able to come down with it. That's a pretty good throw. Pretty good read. You see, his middle of the field accuracy is pretty good. His intermediate in the middle passes inside the hash is pretty good, honestly. Inside the hashes. Fake toss. Pretty good throw. He reminds me of, like, I don't want to make this comparison, but he reminds me of Baker Mayfield so much. I know he might not have the same build just in terms of like how he moves and how he plays. And this quarterback reminds me the most of. But Will Levis ain't cocky though. Oh my god. I mean, he's reading left. He can't see that. That is an O-line problem. I mean, he took hits like that all year though. So, I mean, if he goes to if he goes to the Texans, well, it's probably not going to be too much better. So, nice. He's pretty decent on. He's pretty good at throwing those curl routes too. I like Key. Key was such a good receiver for Kentucky this year when I watched him play. Nice and little intermediate throw over the middle. Hey, he's good at those, man. He will use his tight ends too. Shit, the Ravens should draft him when Lamar leaves. This video is not as serious as the Anthony Richardson video, but that's fine. I mean, I'm just here to give my opinion. You're here to watch. That's how it is. So it's like a play action stretch, and then he got killed. Yeah, that sucks to see, man. Watch a little bit more of this. Makes a pretty good throw here somewhere soon. That is not what I'm talking about. Play action. Pretty good off his back foot. He's got a nice release. He might not have as much zip as Richardson, but he still does a pretty good job. I think this is the play right here where he throws it deep. Yeah. I mean, he got it there. That's a really, it's a really tough play to make, but he's able to let the receiver adjust to the ball, and that is so nice. That was a really good throw. I don't want to see ESPN's play art breakdown. That is not what you. I mean, he can get it there. Yeah, 3 fading away throws. This time he sets his feet and gets it to Key again. It's a really nice route. Got both feet in. Pro catch. Levis rolled out a lot. I feel like he rolled out a little bit more this year than last year, too. So, play action. Oh, that is not what you want to see. All right, that's going to be the end of it. Like I said, Will Levis is going to be my 4th quarterback. What he's put on film statistically, I mean, I don't know. He's really comparable. Honestly, he's really comparable to Richardson. I just think Richardson has the better tools and everything with him. So, but we're going to continue to do. I'm going to get all of these done hopefully by the end of the week. And then, obviously, they're going to be all put out at the same time. So when you're confused, oh, why is he talking about this date and then it's a different date and blah, 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 blah. It's just because I'm lazy. But thank you for watching. Stay tuned for... stay tuned for podcasts. Talk about NBA on Sunday. Check out with the boy Seth. Yeah. Later, guys.